Hello, how are you doing? In today's video, I've got a very exciting trip announcement. I've got a shopping trip and I've got an unboxing, a beauty unboxing at that. If that's something that you'd like to see, then stick around. Thank you for joining me in today's video. I know it's been a little while since I last posted. I'm raring to go to get back to it. So without further ado, let's get to my exciting trip announcement. If you've been watching my channel for any time at all, you will know that I'm a really big Disney fan. I absolutely love it. And yes, I am so excited and happy to announce that we are heading to Disneyland Paris. In fact, as I film this video, we are going in 1 week's time. So today I am heading off to Primark in Coventry. I'm going to have a look for a few last minute things to get ready for packing. And then a little bit later in the video, I have got a Liberty Beauty box to unbox with you. I haven't opened it yet. I've been saving it to share the excitement with you of what's in it. This is the box that you get when you sign up to their beauty drop. So it costs £20 a month, which you kind of invest, I guess, at Liberty. So £20 a month goes into your account and it's yours to spend, but obviously once it's there, you can only spend it at Liberty. So that just accrues and accrues until you choose to buy something. But as part of the programme, once every 3 months, you get sent a box of goodies that is yours to keep. It's kind of a bit like a subscription service. So I've been doing the Liberty box subscription since the start of this year. And my intention is to let all of my money build up. And then near the end of the year, I'm going to get another Liberty advent calendar. So that's all to come. But first, I've got to get off to Primark and get some shopping done. Let's go. So here I am, I'm in the West Orchards car park just across the way from Primark, just about to head in, and what I'm really looking for is some trousers that are going to be comfortable and practical for walking around Disney. I know the last time we went, they were really long, tiring days. I've certainly got some comfy shoes to take, and I want to find some trousers that are comfortable too, and possibly if I see a dress that I can wear that looks comfy and is right for the weather this kind of year, I might be tempted by that. So let's go and see what we can find. I'm excited. I am back home and it's actually the day after yesterday. I don't actually think I did a particularly great job at filming for you in Primark. I know I started off with the best of intentions and then I got stuck into clothes shopping and I tried on so many clothes, and in all of that I didn't really have the opportunity to film that much. And then I was keeping an eye on the time and realised I had to make a mad dash because it was time to collect Finn from nursery and I had the car with the car seat in. Needless to say, rushed home and that was that. So I thought I'd sit down with you now anyway and get some quality time to fill you in on our Disney trip. I'm going to go through what I got from Primark with you, and I'm going to do that unboxing and just share with you a couple of other bits as well. So let's talk Disney. We're heading off on Monday and we're actually using a little trick that we did last time we went to Disneyland Paris, where we're staying on site in one of the Disney hotels for the majority of our stay. Now let's see, we're staying 4 nights, 5 days. Yes, I knew there was a 5 in there somewhere. So we're staying for 5, we've got 5 days at Disney, which will end up being the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we come home on the Saturday evening. However, we are actually flying out on Monday from Birmingham. So we're gonna hop on a plane over to, I think it's Charles de Gaulle Airport. Then we've got the Magic Shuttle and we're getting that to an area. We're not actually getting off at Disney. We're getting off at the train station. I think it's called Gare de Ceres, something like that. And from there we are going to either get on a complimentary bus or grab a taxi to our hotel for the night. Now this is the trick that we have done once before. We book a hotel outside of Disney but very, very close. It's kind of, it comes up on the list of hotels near Disney when you go and search to book. So yeah, we're going to do that on the Monday. Now the reason for doing this is it's quite cheap to be able to stay in that hotel overnight. And then what it means is we can make use of a full day in the park the next day because we're already there. Yes, we've still got to move our bags and actually check into our Disney hotel, but we're already kind of in situ, ready and raring to go. So on the Tuesday morning, we'll be able to get up nice and early. The hotel we're staying in offers a complimentary shuttle to the Disney park, so we can hop on that with our bags. And from there, we can go take our bags to our hotel and leave them there until we can properly get into our room later and go off and enjoy the park. So the hotel that we are staying in, we've gone for one of the 2 more budget hotels. We've gone for Santa Fe, which is the Cars themed resort. I haven't stayed in this one before. In fact, I've only stayed on site at one of the Disneyland Paris hotels before, and that was Newport Bay, which is where we stayed last time. Prior to that, I've only been to Disneyland Paris once before that, which was when I was a teenager and we went with my parents. It was not long after Euro Disney at the time had opened, and we stayed at the camping, the Disney camping site, what's it called? Or Camp Davy Crockett. Yeah, we stayed there that time, and back then you could still they still ran complimentary shuttles to and from the park, and it was absolutely fantastic staying there. I'm actually quite tempted to go and stay again at some point because we stayed in one of these, like, it's like a big static caravan but it's done Disney style. It was so nice and the whole resort was lovely. So yes, this is our, I guess, our second time actually staying on site, but kind of our third time at one of the Disney hotels, and I'm really interested to see what Santa Fe is like. I'm setting my expectations for the fact that it is on the more budget end of Disney's offering. The Newport Bay, I think, is kind of in the mid to high range, so obviously we were quite spoilt last time we went. But I am really excited to go and see Santa Fe because over the past year Finley has just got massively into the Cars films, and in particular the series that they've offered on Disney Plus called Cars on the Road. At one point he was obsessed with it and it's all that he ever wanted to watch. So it's going to be really fun going and staying in a Cars themed resort. And it's going to be lovely, obviously, being on site and being able to make use of magic hours. Magic hours are for hotel guests and annual pass holders who get to go into the park for 1 hour before the regular opening time, so it's much quieter. They don't open all of the rides, there's only a proportion of the rides in the Disney park and in the next door Hollywood studios that are open. However, it's still brilliant, and even at the end of the magic hour, so that runs from 8 AM till 9 AM, I believe, even for that next half hour just afterwards as well, it's still quite quiet, especially if you venture further into the park, because the day guests who are arriving at 9 haven't really made it to that end of the park yet. So it's a really great advantage to staying in the hotels. So I've been thinking about what our strategy will be to get us up and to the park in time to get in on the dot at 8 if we can. Because I imagine it's going to be slightly more difficult with a 3-year-old in tow. Well, not 3 actually, it's just before his 3rd birthday, which, hint, we are taking advantage of the fact that up until he's 3, Finn is free at Disney. So we literally booked this stay, we timed it very specifically to be the last few days prior to his birthday, and his birthday is the day after we fly home. So we're super excited to be able to experience magic hours and just what it's like to stay in the hotel. We've got a plan to get there and make the most of all of our days. We also booked flights on the Saturday return that were later in the day so that we can maximise our time in the park on the Saturday as well. So we're going to take full advantage of our time over there. So it's also going to be Finn's first flight, the first time on an aeroplane, the first time out of the country in fact. So it's been a little bit surreal applying for a passport for him and getting that, and I know it's going to be incredibly exciting and probably a little bit daunting at times taking him on the plane, but he's excited for it. He loves seeing aeroplanes in the sky and helicopters. So yeah, it's going to be quite fun seeing how he reacts to actually being on an aeroplane. We decided to book a meal package as well. Last time we went, we also had a meal package, and I thought it's really handy, it's really convenient, and it does save you money in the parks if you plan to eat from the Disney parks. We haven't gone full board, we've gone half board. I just think full board is a little bit too much to eat, really. So we've gone so with our package we'll get breakfast every day in our hotel, and then we get, I think it's essentially like, it's almost like, it's not a voucher but it's on your key card. You get like enough, I guess you call them virtual vouchers each day to go and eat in most of the restaurants around across both of the parks, and also some in the Disney Village area. So you can choose whether you want that to be lunch or dinner each day. You can choose the timings for when you spend it. And then we can supplement with trips to like the quick service outlets and for snacks and stuff like that. I've got to say, since the last time we went to Disney, I'm really excited to go from the point of view of sampling some of the Disney treats, because I've never been into that before. Disney for me has always been first and foremost about going on the rides, the ambience, the parades, seeing the castle and all of that good stuff. I've never really particularly got excited about the food, but since the last time we went, when I came home from Disney last time, I kind of got a little bit obsessed with it, and I watched so many Disney vlogs, and so many people were talking about like the Mickey treats, the waffles, all these different things. And now I just want to go and see what they've got at Disney and try loads of different things and see what I think. So I'm excited for that. So top tip, if you're going to Disney and you haven't been for some time, do try and make your restaurant reservations before you go. Now, depending on whether you're staying in a hotel or not, one of Disney's hotels, it will determine how far in advance that you are able to make your bookings. But there is a Disneyland Paris app. So this is by far the easiest way to make your reservations. Download the app, create an account, and you'll be able to go and book for your party. That's what we did. And so you can just see for each day of your stay, have a look through and see which restaurants have availability for the times and number of people in your party. And if you go one day and find that the restaurant that you want isn't available, maybe just book something else for a little bit, because you can cancel reservations afterwards. maybe just come back in a week's time, or just keep checking back each day, because people do book and cancel, especially as they're getting closer to their holidays, and you may find that a slot will open up that wasn't previously available. I've certainly had that happen before. If you are taking a child who is under 3 and you decide to book a meal package, then the way it works is your child doesn't get, you can't actually book a meal package for your child. They basically eat off your plate. So we have bought a package for myself and for David, and when we go to eat in a restaurant, Finn will eat off of our plates. Now that's, if you think about this, if you go to a seated table service restaurant where you're ordering off a menu a plated meal and it is being brought to you, then between us, David and I need to kind of shuffle some of our food onto Finn's plate. Finn has a really big appetite, and I'm thinking David and I are not going to get a lot of food if we follow this approach. So our strategy has been, and this is why I cancelled some reservations and changed them when I realised this, our strategy has been, for the majority of our dining reservations, we're actually going to buffet restaurants. And so what that will mean is David and I can fill our plates, and it will be easy to give Finn plenty of food without us having to go without, because it's a buffet and it's nice and simple. I think we've gone for one more formal dining experience, just so that we get that experience, and if necessary we'll just buy something for Finn on the day if there's not enough for us. So here we go. On our first day, so we arrive in France on the Monday, and we will sort ourselves out on the Monday night because we're not staying in the Disney hotel and our meal plan doesn't start on that day. But on the Tuesday, we are going to Pim Kitchen. This is a buffet style restaurant in the Studios Park. I think it's themed around Marvel. I probably should know what Pim stands for, but I don't. Something Marvel, PY Marvel. Anyway, we're going there. I've never been to it before, so I'm excited to try that. Then the next day we are going to Hunter's Grill. Now Hunter's Grill, I believe, is at Sequoia Lodge, and I've booked this because most of the hotels, their restaurants, or at least one restaurant in the hotels, will be a buffet style restaurant. Hunter's Grill is buffet style. It's at Sequoia Lodge. I really wanted to see what Sequoia Lodge is like, so that's why we've booked Hunter's Grill. Just wanted to see that hotel. And then the next day is in a separate part of my reservations, but the next day we've booked dinner at the Plaza Gardens in the park, because we've booked character dining. We want to take Finn so he can get to meet some of the characters while we're having our dinner, and I think we've timed it that day so that will be a later night for us in the park, and we will actually go and watch the fireworks that night. We're not going to be doing that every night because Finn is under 3, and if we keep him up that late every night, we're going to be in trouble. But we'll definitely do it that night for sure, because we'll already be in the park and it will hopefully just align perfectly. And then for our final night, we are going to Bistro Chez Remy. So that is the night we're going to a kind of plated or menu based restaurant. That is in the Studios Park, and it's next to the Ratatouille ride. I have eaten at this restaurant before. It was lovely. If you're really lucky, you get seated next to the bit of the ride that comes past. Last time we weren't, so we'll just have to see. We have said that it's Finn's birthday, and we did try and order a birthday cake. I'm not entirely sure whether that's been successful. So yeah, that is our dining reservations. I think depending on how tired we're feeling on our first night, we might try and head to Disney Village. That's what we did last time we went, and we went and ate in the, which is the restaurant that's got, it's like all the tropical rainforest, the Rainforest Cafe. That was wonderful, and I'd love to take Finn to the Rainforest Cafe, but it's really going to depend on timings and how tired we are when we get there. So watch this space for that one. So obviously I've been doing some shopping to try and make sure that I've got clothes that I feel comfortable and happy in. What I would say is I already have quite a lot of Disney clothes, especially t-shirts, because like I said, since we went about 3 or 4 years ago, I kind of went a little bit Disney crazy, and so I've got a lot of Disney clothes. But what I really wanted yesterday from my shopping trip was some trousers, because all of the trousers that I've currently got, for one reason or another, I wasn't really happy with them. I wanted to feel really comfortable going around the parks. They're long old days, and yeah, so that's primarily why I went shopping yesterday. The other thing I would say is, completely aside from our Disney trip, I don't know about you, but I feel like I've been stuck in a bit of a rut ever since COVID and lockdown, and where we were all at home and I was living in tracksuit bottoms and tracksuit tops, and just, I mean, that's great for what it is. It's lovely to be comfortable around the house, but I feel like over that time, and having been pregnant and then not pregnant and lost some weight, I feel like I've completely lost my style, and I don't know what it is that I should be wearing when I go out anymore. So I've been kind of doing a little bit of research online here and there, just watching videos, looking on Pinterest, just looking for some looks that I feel would feel comfortable for me and right for me. I'm 5'2" and I'm quite curvy, and a lot of the models that you see on clothing websites, even now, don't really match my body type. So I see them and they look amazing, and then I sort of think, but really, what would it look like on me? And invariably I feel like not like that. So I'm really trying to be conscious about finding some outfits that I feel good in, that I feel smart in, that make me feel happy and joyous, but that suit my body type and my age as well. I mean, I certainly do not want to look frumpy, but I want to look age appropriate as well. I don't want to be wearing some of the clothes that I was wearing when I was in my 20s, because to be honest, I just wouldn't feel comfortable in those anymore. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of context for what I got from Primark. Let's just jump into it and I'll show you. I guess the first thing to show you is today I decided to wear a pair of the trousers that I got, because I want to test drive them before next week and make sure that they are comfy. So here you go. Here are the trousers. These are a pair of chinos from Primark, and I actually got 2 pairs. Now, I had quite a nice surprise in the changing rooms yesterday, because like I said, I did a lot of try-ons, and I took size 16 chinos into the changing rooms with me, because when I try on things like jeans and trousers that don't have a lot of give in them, I always find that I need to size up a bit to give myself the room that I need. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to need size 16s in these. Took them in. I was like, you know what, these just look big, they look baggy on me. So I went out, got some size 14s, brought them back in, and that's what I'm wearing. So I feel pretty happy that I'm in size 14. Ultimately, I would like to make my way to size 12. That would be my dream kind of size of clothes that I would like to be able to wear. I don't think I want to go as small as a size 10. Maybe once upon a time that was aspirational for me, but actually when I'm in size 12 clothes, I feel fabulous. But to know that I could get these, and they've got plenty of give on them, you know, they're not tight at all, that made me so happy. And it made me feel like all of these workouts and focus on my nutrition that I've been doing is paying off. So that was an amazing feeling. So yeah, I got 2 pairs of these. They're in like a navy blue, and I also got them in a rather daring colour for me, a colour that I would never normally get. But you know what, I thought, it's summer coming up, I'm going to push myself a little bit, and I went for a pair of white. So they're called casual chinos, and they're £15. So that's 3 pairs of trousers that I've stocked up on. I don't think I'm going to take these to Disney. I'm definitely going to take the darker blue ones. With going on all the rides and everything, I just feel like I want clothes that aren't going to get dirty and grimy too quickly, because I'll probably re-wear across a couple of days. I was looking for some utility kind of trousers, And this is kind of the closest I found. They're actually called parachute. And I think that's something to do with the bottom of the trousers because, and this probably is not as favoured for me, but I went with it. They've got like this elasticated base around the bottom. So I wasn't sure about that before I tried them on, but I actually liked how they look. They're in like this pale pink and they do have these pockets here, which I thought was quite a nice detail. And actually, when I had them on, I didn't mind the fact that they kind of clasp in around my ankles with that elasticated piece. So, yeah, these were, I got them in a medium, which covers sizes 12 to 14, and they were £20. Everything else, I think, is pretty much tops and shirts, which is something I've decided to start wearing. I have never been a short person, hardly ever. The closest I have gotten to wearing shirts in my adult life is kind of what I consider a shumper. Several years ago there was this trend where you could buy a jumper that kind of had a collar shirt sewn into it, so you weren't actually wearing a blouse but it looked like you were wearing a blouse or a shirt underneath, and I quite like those. I've steered clear of shirts because of the connotations of how I felt when I was at school having to wear a shirt and tie and the collar all being done up around here, but also because, again, with my body shape being quite short, and so I'm quite, you know, short proportions, wearing a blouse, especially if it's a long blouse, and if you tuck it in, it kind of bulks you out. For various reasons, I've just not really gotten on with them. So I really paid attention yesterday when I was in the store to try and find shirts that were short so I wouldn't get that effect. And my idea is not to wear them all done up, but to have a top that I wear underneath, a plain top, and use the shirt almost like a jacket or a cardi over the top for a bit of contrast and a bit of interest. So I will show you what I mean. So first of all, here is one of the plain tops. So I've bought 3 of these tops because I really liked it when I tried it on. It's a plain top, and I managed to find it because it's nice and short. It finishes here, which is at my natural waist when I put it on. So it's just a very plain top that goes underneath, and then over the top of that I've got lots of different options of shirts, and I really love my bright pink, so there's a lot of pinks and I've got a couple of other colours as well. So there's this one is in size large, which is 14 to 16, and it was £13. This one, I'll just let you know, was £8. And then I also got a red shirt to go over the top. And as you can see on these, they're all quite short. So they come to sort of here on me. I did try some on that like ended up down here on me, and they just look ridiculous when I wasn't tucking them in. So perfect sizes. And this one, again, £13. Then I got a couple of stripy ones. Again, I've never really worn stripes. I've not been into them, but trying to just, you know, try a few different things this year. And I quite like these. And what I discovered when I was trying them on in the changing rooms is if I wear it kind of not tucked in, so it's over the white top, and I roll the sleeves up on it up to about elbow height, I really quite like that look. So be prepared to start seeing me wearing these sort of things quite a lot more. It's going to be like my casual uniform. And then I got this green one, which is exactly the same shirt. So they're £13, just for a bit of variety really. That's all of the shirts. I also got this, which I love. It was a bit of a last minute try on. Very carefully placed right next to the changing rooms, and again I can wear this over those plainer tops. I loved how it looked on. It's £12, and I loved it so much that I actually got myself 2 because it's in quite a thin material, and I thought if I do wear this a lot, it will get worn over time and I will regret it if I haven't bought myself a backup. These are in kind of more of like a slightly knitted material. So I got this pink and cream top. Again, all of these you'll see are stopping quite short on me, so they almost match where my trousers start or just over the top of them, and I feel like that's a really good spot to have tops ending. If I have tops that are too long, it just doesn't suit the proportions of my body very well. So this is a large and it is £7. This, I loved the colour. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous colour. I discovered yesterday that if I want to wear yellow or orange colours, don't, because I was holding them up against me and they all just really washed me out. So I think bright pinks and blues work with my colour much better. So this one was £8 and I got that in a medium. This one, a slightly similar colour, doesn't have the little sleeves, it's more of like a vest top, and that was £7. And finally, I really like this one because of the neckline that comes down like that, and you've got a bit of detailing with the collar, so it just adds a bit of something, quite smart. It's also got this little frill along the bottom. I really liked how this looked on. So I've got a couple of other things to show you. This I ordered last week on, it's not on Amazon actually, I was going to say Amazon, but it's not. I ordered it direct from the website Chili's. So I've been looking for a small water bottle to take with me to Disney. I didn't want something that was going to really weigh down my backpack, and I wanted something that was pretty and was going to not taint the water that I was drinking. Some bottles I find you kind of get a bit of a plasticky taste from them. So I thought I'm going to try a Chili's bottle. I've never had one before, but they look like a really good brand. Et voila, here we go. So I got this, I think it's a 350ml bottle, so you can kind of get a feel for next to my hand how big it is. So it doesn't take loads of water, but like I say, I don't want to be carrying around a really heavy water bottle in the parks. I also bought it with a carabiner clip that goes on it that I can clip on my belt. I'm not going to be using that for Disney. Like I say, this will go in my backpack, but I do crew at Tony Robbins events at certain times, and when I'm doing that, I find it really handy to be able to clip my water bottle off of my belt. So that's why I got this. So yeah, I've got that water bottle which will fit beautifully in my backpack. Now this isn't new, but I had to share it with you because, oh, isn't it just gorgeous? It's super summery. It's a Loungefly backpack and it's got all of the ice cream vibes. Got a little Mickey cherry there. Mickey's on this like waffle detailing, and inside it is actually in use at the moment. It's got like the hundreds and thousands and like little Mickeys. There we go. So yeah, this is my main backpack that I'm planning to take to the park. I really like it because my phone can fit very easily in that front pocket, like that. I love having a backpack at the parks because you can just pop it on your back and not have to worry about having a handbag that falls off your shoulders. It's really easy to get on and off my shoulders, and some backpacks I find are a bit hard, but this one's really easy. It's got loads of room inside. I'll be able to pop my sunglasses, my purse, anything else that I need, and as you can see, my water bottle, not only does it match, but it will fit perfectly in there. So that will be the handbag that I am taking. That's everything I want to show you for Disney, but I also want to unbox with you this. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I've been doing the Liberty Beauty Box drop this year. I've been saving £20 a month into my Liberty account that I'm going to use for my advent calendar later in the year, and as part of that I get one of these boxes delivered 4 times a year, quarterly. So this one, actually, I've had it a couple of weeks now and I've been waiting to film a video with you. So let's do it. I'm excited to see what's in it. I can finally open it. Love how pretty it is inside. They always do this gorgeous detailing. It says, happy beauty drop day, curated by our team of experts. It's packed with the beauty within your love. Let's see, what have we got? So you always get a little booklet which details in it everything that you've got if you want more info, and a bit of like this is an ingredients list for each of the products in case you want to know that. What do we have? The first thing I see, it's called the Seated Queen Cold Cream Cleanser Mask. 3-in-1 cleanser and mask, soothe and plumps. I've got to be honest, I am overrunning with masks and cleansers. I do use cleansers. I'm using the Skin and Me cleanser at the moment, but I don't use them anywhere near as much as the quantity of products that I've got. And again, with masks, I just don't have the time to use them very often, so I need to get better at using masks. It will be nice to try this, but I have to say I've got a lot to get through, so when I'm going to get to try this, I don't know. Let's see, can you focus? There we go. So that's the first product. We've got a very tiny little thing. Okay, it's by Votary, Feed Your Skin Superseed Nutrient Cream. Now, there's recognition here on my part here. In the Liberty Advent Calendar last year, I got a tub of this cream, and it's one of my favourite products from the calendar. So it's really nice that I've got another little bit there in a little sample sachet. Perfect for travel, actually. So that is great. Okay. Another thing that featured in the Liberty Advent Calendar last year that I've used, having just told you that I hardly ever use face masks, I have used one this year. I went on a girls' weekend and took one with me, and I took the one for my Liberty Advent Calendar, which was a gold one. It was really fun, and this is another gold mask, but this one is actually an eye mask, whereas the other one was a full gold face mask. If I can find a photo of me in that gold mask, I will try and insert it because it did look hilarious. Everyone was laughing at me. But yeah, so that's by 111 Skin, Harley Street, London, and it's a rose gold illuminating eye mask. It's a soap bar. We do use soap in this household, so the reason why, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? It sounds like, why wouldn't you use soap? What I mean is we do use block soaps in this house. So my strategy for kind of using soaps is in our like guest toilets, I have hand pump style soaps that I buy that are like nice, different scents, things like that. But in our personal ensuite, so David and I, and also Finn has an ensuite in his room, because I have quite a lot of soaps that I've collected over the years from different hotel stays, I just think it's really nice to use those. I don't like waste, so I've bought a pretty light little soap dish for each of the bathrooms, and we just work our way through the soaps. So this is wonderful. It's called Sabonet Bossa Granado Rio, a bar of soap. Very hard to smell it through the paper, but I bet this has got a lovely scent, and it's a really good size as well. A nice chunky soap. So I think I'll make sure that this one ends up in our ensuite. So that's great. And two more things by the looks of things. This is called Nunu. It's shampoo, nourishing shampoo for highly processed or brittle hair. This is brilliant because it's perfect for travel size. So I love getting these smaller bottles that I can take with me on trips. There we go. And finally, what is the last item? It's called Good Genes. It's by Sunday Riley, who I'm also familiar with because again, I tried one of their products in the Advent Calendar. And it's glycolic acid treatment. Clean, purified glycolic acid deeply exfoliates and repairs the look of dull, congested and sun-damaged skin for a visibly radiant, healthier looking complexion. I'm liking that. So it's got like that kind of push top. I'm not going to use it now. Got makeup on at the moment, so I'm not going to use it now, but let's see if I can get a bit of focus on that for you. we go. And that was this month's, or this quarter's, Liberty Beauty Box drop. Amazing! I'm excited to start using those products now and to start wearing all of the clothes that I've just bought, and I was waiting to share them with you. I wanted to start hanging them up yesterday, but I waited. I showed restraint. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you've got a little bit excited with me for our trip to Disney. I don't know whether I will actually get the opportunity to vlog around Disney. We do have a nearly 3-year-old that we're taking around, so I will do my best to get a few little bits, but I'm not planning to majorly vlog, but I will fill you in on my return, on how it went, and share with you as much as I can. And if you have any questions about visiting Disneyland Paris, if you want tips, information about taking a toddler and what kind of rides you can go on and things like that, then drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you, or I'll address it in a future video. And that is pretty much it for today. If you like a good Primark shopping trip, then why not check out this video that I did where I went to Primark with my mum and we went to the Disney cafe, just had a great time going all around Primark. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please don't forget, give it a like, be subscribed for more fun content, Disney, home decor. I really want to start sharing with you my plans for changing our top room into the dressing room of my dreams. So subscribe if you want to follow along with that journey. And I'm going to say bye for now. See you next time.